last one.
There he is, covered in 23.5 carat pure gold leaf. That's called the Royal Albert Memorial. It's here because in this park, which is called Hyde Park, it's a great fun city and a really truly world city. We have, as I mentioned at the beginning of this tour, a really cosmopolitan population. We have in every single London borough over 100 languages, 100 mother tongue languages spoken. Imagine what that means. And talking about weird architecture, look on the left hand side, you see this building that looks like a sliced egg or an armadillo. That's what Londoners call it. Believe it or not, that is our City Hall. That's where the Mayor of London works. He's a bit of an aristocratic oaf with a shock of blonde hair called Boris. He said, by the way, we all call it the sliced egg. Our Mayor of London live on daytime national TV. Do you know what he called it? Right, if you're morally delicate, brace. He said, yes, I work in the great glass gonad. He said, I work in a testicle. The Mayor of London live on TV. The tallest building in Western Europe, don't break your necks, but look back, that the shard of glass up there, that building there is finished. It's supposed to look like a broken piece of glass. Here we are crossing the River Thames. This is nearly 1,000 years old. This is a royal palace which became a prison, which became a place of execution, a place to keep the nation's money and animals. It is the place where 2 kings of England have been murdered. 3 queens of England have been executed by decapitation, including TH. We don't pronounce it th, we pronounce it with an F. So for example, the Queen would say the number 3. How would I say that? 3. The Queen would say 33. How would I say that? 33. You've got to drop the T. 33. The Queen would say, you will never put a better bit of butter on your knife. How would I say that? Pretty good. You'll never put a bit of butter on your knife. And by the way, as we're going so slowly, I must say this is a major recommendation for you to go and visit. It does cost money. There are so many 5-star top-hole tickety-boo museums and galleries which are free of charge, but it does cost money to go in, but it is brilliant. And the Crown Jewels, by the way, it's where we make law. It's where we run the country from. Sort of kind of typical. Oh no, this bus is in the way. Mike, we might have to go around. We'll go around the square because this bus on our left-hand side is completely big rose window, flying buttresses, pointy arches. That's Gothic architecture. Most of it 750 years old. This, you lovely lot, is Westminster Abbey. This is where we bury our kings and queens. It's where we crown them. It's where we marry them. William and Kate were married here on the 29th of April 2011. They entered through that door there on the left-hand side. Did you see the marriage of William and Kate?
Yep.
Do you remember William and Harry turned up looking handsome in their uniforms? The Queen showed up looking like she had fallen into a bucket of custard. She was resplendent in yellow, so she was. It's where... Oh, do you remember the main event of the day turned up? She was gorgeous. Pippa and her rear end. Do you all know Pippa?
Yes.
Kate's sister. She always gets voted rear of the year. Now, Mike, we want to jump off, I reckon.
This way. Right, now, stand on, yes, good, there.
Oh, like a parade.
Don't stand where I am, or you will be in mortal danger. From who? From police ladies. Well, sometimes they're policemen, but they're very often police ladies who come on horses. And they will be riding their horses just ahead of guards. These police ladies, it's their job to keep you on the curb. If you stand, they could be really mean. And they have handcuffs.
Yeah.
Note to self. Oh, can I just say, my other really favourite American thing that you guys say that we don't say. I love this. I keep on hearing people say it. I don't know if you guys do. I love it. You in American, you say, shut the front door. Is that right? Shut the front door. Can I say you going, what? What, the French toast? Go and French toast yourself. No, to the gang. I'm going to kind of explain more. And by the way, any questions? At the end, a bunch of guards marching up towards you, and
I'm
actually,
just gonna stand in the middle of where they're coming.
yeah,
You know.
you can do that, but don't worry, there will still be people on horses. Yeah, it's a bit pointless, that guy riding up, isn't it? Don't worry, these guys are going to get out of the way, so you can go kind of do a little dip in, but my God, don't be standing in their way when they come by. They really yell at you nastily. By the way, isn't this great? They're playing proper British military marching music, because I've noticed that recently the British Army has employed a new tactic to strike terror into the hearts of our enemies. Imagine you're in Afghanistan, you're in the Taliban, and you see the British Army marching towards you with a band playing Copacabana by Barry Manilow.
That would be cute.
And the theme tune to Star Wars. All right, I'm out of the way. Here you go.
What?
Train station, each of them linked to the area you're coming from or you're going to. Like when you Gare du Nord, because you're coming from London and you're going to the northern part of France, Gare de l'Est, eastern part of France, Gare de Lyon, western part of France. Each of them is linked to an area. That northern
Rouge here on the right hand side, can you see just here? O'Sullivan's. It's a really good pub, really good place to meet before we walk down to the Nouvelle Eve on Tuesday night. That is right outside a metro station called Blanche. All of this I'll repeat and circle and everything, but that's where we'll meet, okay?
at traffic time. So that Arc de Triomphe was built by Napoleon, dedicated to his army. That's the reason why all around we have lots of scenery of army, people going to the battlefield. Napoleon wanted to build, and look, the Eiffel Tower to the left, the top of it. Napoleon wanted to build the tallest Roman arch style in Europe, and he achieved, because it's almost 49 meters. It's not almost, it is 49 meters. Generals of Napoleon, or places where Napoleon has been. And you're going to see Napoleon, because as we're turning to your left, you're going to see Napoleon coronated as a Roman emperor, and on the other side, half-naked woman leading the troops to the battle, la Marseillaise, our national anthem, leading the troops to the battle. And in the middle, where the people are, can you see the flame? That's the flame of the unknown soldier. It's like at Arlington Cemetery, we have that flame burning 24 hours per day. That unknown soldier was brought back after World War I and put under l'Arc de Triomphe. To the right, it is Vuitton. That's the biggest store, Vuitton store. It's not too bad, huh? This is the main facade. All the colors you can see, well, they're fainting at the moment. It needs to be cleaned, but the different colors are different type of marble. There are more than 10 types of marble on the facade of the opera. And an E, N is for Napoleon III, and E is for Eugenie, his wife. That's the main entrance of the opera. You can see plenty of people on the balcony, and behind that balcony there is a huge gallery. It looks like Versailles, that gallery. It's very nice. And the opera is very, very big, because you know, in the 19th century when it was built, people, they were going to the opera to be seen and show themselves. This pyramid built by Ian Pei, Chinese-American architect. You can imagine that was as controversial as the Eiffel Tower when it was built. People didn't like it at all. I remember, I was young at the time, people walking in the street, throwing tomatoes at Pei, demonstrating in the street. They didn't want that glass pyramid. Although it was not nice before. I remember it was a parking lot and a fountain. It wasn't very nice. That glass pyramid has the same proportion as the Cheops pyramid in Gizeh. So here it is, La Conciergerie. In La Conciergerie you have the jail of Marie Antoinette. You know Marie Antoinette? The wife of Louis XVI. Often she's the queen, the most popular all around the world. She was a beautiful queen. So she was put in jail before she was beheaded in that conciergerie. And can you see the big spire in the middle? Yeah, you can see big spire. It is a very nice church called Sainte-Chapelle. That church is amazing because when you go there, it's on 2 levels. You have an entrance. You see plenty sculptures all around. Because at the time, the people, they didn't know how to write or read. So the only way for them to get to know the Bible, the story of the Bible, was to look at the stained glasses or to look at the main door to tell for Parisian people. Often, we said, oh, let's meet in front of the fountain. And you know what? We have finished the sightseeing pretty much. This is where I'm going to leave you very, very soon. Because after you will go to your hotel, and Darren said he wants to talk to you. Sounds very serious. Did you say that?
Oh yeah, on the way.
You told me on the way to the hotel. No, not now.
Guys, I'm gonna collect.
I'm not taking a picture.
Started off with a little hunting lodge just for the king to be out in Paris. In case of civil unrest as well, he's far away now.
Someone works so good with them. And you put them first because then when you pour the wine, you know, you don't want to float, you know, the cinnamon and the sugar, you know. Then, of course, like you said, the red wine. Should it be an expensive wine? You know, should be like a table wine or something, you know, nothing fancy. All kinds of Spanish wines are good, so. Okay. Maybe a bit more. Okay. Then some orange juice. Could be pineapple juice, could be apple juice, could be any kind of juice, could be a mix of juices.
What's the ratio? Like how much wine to how much?
Well, wine should be half of the jar, right? This one up to 3/4.
So like 1/3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you want to be a bit stronger, not only the wine, right? So we should count like till 4. So count for me.
1, 2, 3, 4,
4.
4, 4.
What are those? What are those?
Brandy and rum.
Oh,
But
okay.
you can put also some vodka if you like. If you put some triple sec or Cointreau, whatever, you know. Not sambuca though.
Not sambuca.
No. I mean, there was one person asking me if you can put sambuca. It's quite strong, you know. And at the final, some Fanta. Somebody asked me once what happened in the past when they had no Fanta. Well, they put lemon juice, you know.
And lemon
But
juice?
it's quite not recommended to squeeze so many
Yes,
lemons, you
okay.
know. And this is also sweet, so it's bad.
So lemon.
And now, what else? What do you think?
Fruit. The fruit sit in there.
Well, now we have no time to wait for them to see it, but generally, you know, I mean, the last ones I prepared half an hour ago, so at least half an hour, you know. And also, if you're doing it at home, you should stay in the fridge like also for half an hour, but now since you're putting some ice, it's quite okay. But it's quite full, huh? This one, we're gonna save them for later. So this is it. There you have one full jar of sangria,
Yay!
which is very big. Just to be sure that the sugar is melted. So this is it. There you go.
Ah.
I told you the next one is yours, okay? And I will taste it. I will try. So, be my guest. At the table or here? Where do you want it? Yeah. Because
People
here.
at the table.
Yeah.
So I would take it up to
Yeah?
Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, I don't. I don't know how. Took work to get up here. We hurt you.
Attempt to be ladylike at first.
Oh, you left your hat on the table.